Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the video. In this one we're going to be talking about the tax deductions that you can claim in Australia for COVID. And there's three categories here. We're going to look at testing, we're going to look at PPE, and we're going to look at quarantine. First off guys, I just wanted to apologise for the bad lighting here. I'm on the road at the moment, I'm in Cambodia. This is the best I could do with the hotel that I'm staying in at the moment, but I really wanted to get this video out before the end of financial year, so we're going to push ahead anyway. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so first up we have COVID testing. Now yes, this can be tax deductible, but it has to be used for work purposes. It cannot be for private purpose. For example, you had to take a test to determine if you could attend work or if you could stay at work. The test has to have been for a PCR or a rapid test, and they were the only two tests that will be used in Australia anyway, so you shouldn't have any problems there. And you must have paid for it yourself. Even if you paid for it and your employer reimbursed you for it, then it's not deductible. It has to be your own out-of-pocket expense. You have to keep good records, so that means keeping your receipts as well as keeping email correspondence from your employer, showing that you were required to take a test to attend work. This may also include a diary that shows the timing of and the requirement of taking tests. You can only claim the work portion of your tests. So if you went out and bought a multi-pack that had say 5 rapid tests in it and you only use one for work purposes, that means 1 out of 5, that's 20%. You can only claim 20% of the cost of that packet of tests. You cannot claim testing if you are working from home. So you must have been taking the test to attend a workplace, and you cannot claim the cost of travel for going to get tested or parking or anything like that associated with getting tested. All right, the second category, PPE or personal protective equipment, and here we're talking masks, sanitizer, gloves, face shields, stuff like that. Now from the ATO website, you can claim a deduction for the cost of protective items that protect you from the real and likely risk of illness or injury while performing your work duties. Now there's a few technicalities on when you can claim different types of PPE in different circumstances. So let's have another look at the ATO website. Okay, you can claim masks if you're required to be at work, not working from home. You can claim masks if your mask is not provided by your employer, so you've had to provide it, pay for it yourself, and you need to wear a mask for your job requirements. You have close contact with clients, customers, or colleagues. Now for claiming gloves, sanitizer, you can claim these if either work duties must bring you in close contact with clients and customers, or it may involve you cleaning a premises. And the common industries that are able to claim gloves and sanitizer are medical, cleaning, airline, hairdressing and beauty, retail and hospitality. So if you are claiming gloves and sanitizer but you're outside these industries, just make sure you back up your claim and explain why you think it is necessary that you claim your deduction, such as your work duties were bringing you in close contact with clients and customers, like I said earlier, or that you were involved in a cleaning operation. Now the last category is quarantine. A lot of people had to take quarantine, but only sometimes will it be tax deductible. You may be able to claim the cost of accommodation, meals, and associated incidentals with the quarantine, but it must have been for work purposes. You must have been traveling for work, and quarantining before or after a work trip can be included as part of the work trip and therefore deductible. You must have incurred the cost of quarantine yourself. So if your employer paid for it, or even if you paid for it, then your employer reimbursed you for it, then it's not deductible. You cannot claim quarantine if you're traveling to or from a work location. It must have been in work time and as part of a work trip. And if you were returning from a holiday, so this is a private thing, it's not a business or work thing, then you can't claim the cost of quarantine. Even if you were working during that quarantine on return from your holiday, you still can't claim the cost of it. It has to be for a work trip only. So there are some good deductions here, guys, that you don't normally have in a pre-pandemic time, but you have to be careful how you go about claiming it. The ATO will be keeping a close eye on this stuff. It was on their hit list that they put out recently, and I did a video about that. I'll put a link up here and a link down there so you can check that out. They will be keeping a close eye on it because I think they will be expecting a lot of people to do it incorrectly. So if you want a bit of help with this, a little consultation, even just to help you along your way so then you can go and do your tax return yourself, I'll put a link in the description there. We can help you with that. I'll also put links to the ATO website where you can go and carry out your own research and make sure that if you are doing your own tax return that you do it right and you stay out of trouble with the ATO. Also, if you're interested about claiming work from home expenses, so a lot of people had to work from home during this time. I've made a video about that as well. I'll put a link down below. Go check that out. Hopefully we can help you along your way. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you later.